Hello, good evening, and welcome to this week's edition of BOI Impact. Tonight, we shall be taking you to the south-south zone of Nigeria, where BOI Impact crew visited some of the bank's customers in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, to see firsthand how loans gotten from BOI are assisting these customers to pursue their business vision and mission. You will see firsthand how the funds from the banking industry have empowered these customers in creating jobs in Rivers State, thereby contributing significantly towards the implementation of the federal government's job creation strategy. We shall start with Green Hills Integrated Services Limited, a wholly indigenous manufacturing company which started operations in 2018 with specialty in the production of PVC pipes of various sizes from its factory located along Port Harcourt-Aba Expressway. Some of the products are PVC pipes for both plumbing and conduit wiring. The company decided to go into production of PVC pipes to reduce dependence on imported brands that are sometimes substandard relative to the ones produced in Nigeria. In compliance with global efforts at protecting the environment, the company switched from diesel-powered generator to a gas-powered generator for its factory operations in order to reduce carbon emission. Here are high points of BOI Impact cruise visit to Green Hills that has raised the bar in the local production of PVCs in the country. I am Hadiza Oyewunmi. Do stay tuned. Green Hills Integrated Services Limited is an indigenous manufacturing company managed by skilled Nigerian engineers. The managing director, Mr. Michael Agana, who has over 30 years' experience encompassing all aspects of construction, oil and gas, and manufacturing, has this to say.
Sometime in 2015, we were invited for a conference in China by the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And being all along in the oil industry, being involved in services in the oil and gas industry, we decided to look at this opportunity and find out what it holds for us. And we went, with the team, our team, we went to China, and what we saw blew our mind. Now, we were involved in the exhibitions, that's the Canton Fair, all through in Guangzhou, for about a month. And all through that month, one aspect of the exhibition that tripped me was the manufacturing aspect, where we saw a lot of engines and equipment on display. And being a trained mechanical engineer, it caught my fancy. And that was how, the idea of a new company, Green Hills Integrated Services, came to mind. And the ideas that came forward was that, hey, why not think about pipes in the building industry? And that was how we decided to push our ideas together. And, we went back again to China. When we came back, we noticed that pipes at the time, there was a particular kind of pipe that was also being imported. And we felt that if we could take this service back home, then that was going to reduce the dependence on foreign products. Yeah, and we now decided to say, look, let's go ahead and do exactly what we're talking about. So we actually saw the gap. We saw that in as much as there were other companies doing what we wanted to do, okay, but we could also still go ahead and be part of that market. So it was a large market, actually. And we said, let's give it a try. And that was how we just made up our mind and went into the piping thing. We do PVC pipes for electrical, 20 mm and 25 mm. Those thicknesses are about 1.1, 1.2 mm thick. We also do plumbing pipes from 20 mm, 25 mm, 50 mm, 75 mm, 100 mm, 160 mm. Some of the 160 and the 110 are used for boreholes and all that. But we do all that range. And then We also do specialized pipes. People come and they say, oh, we want pipes for sewage. The couplings for those things are different. We have the couplings for them. So those sewage pipes that you have to take away to a long distance and all that, we do based on those thicknesses. And we said, let's work on quality. Yeah, and being in the oil and gas industry, quality stands out all the time. So quality became the main word.
Patrick Ofemu, the production manager, explains the manufacturing processes.
In Green Hills Integrated Services, we produce UPVC pipe, and this pipe is being produced by adding PVC, which is polyvinyl chloride, and other chemical constituents like calcium carbonate, stearic acid stabilizers. Once we mix them together, then these are being mixed in a right proportion. Then after being mixed, you take it to the mixer where it's being heated up. So to a particular temperature of about 80 degrees Celsius. At that temperature, it cools, you allow it to cool to 50 degrees Celsius. Then you can now move out the chemical to the production plant. In the production plant, this chemical is moved into the extruding part of the machine, which is normally heated up to 205 degrees Celsius. So with that heat, the chemical that has been mixed is turned to a molten state. So once it comes out from the extruding machine through the mold, the size of the mold you put on the extruding machine will determine the size of pipe that will come out. So it comes out from the extruder and enters into the water bath. So from the water bath, it's being cooled down, because at that point, the chiller helps to cool down the temperature of the pipe. So once it comes out from the water bath, it passes through our stenciling process, which helps us to brand our pipe to our name. So from that point, it gets to the cutting machine. That is a semi-automated cutting machine. That is where we set the required length that is needed by the customers. So at that point, it cuts it to the size, then it goes to the baling machine, where you can now open the pipe for socketing, because it's a plumbing pipe. So from there, we collect the pipe, stack it, and put it into the rack for customer collection. The capacity of the factory right now is about 50 tons a month. Okay, though the estimated capacity of the machine is 110 tons, but what we can do right now is 50 tons.
With the support of the Bank of Industry, Green Hills has increased its machinery and power requirement for continued production.
Talking through with the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, I know there was a time a lecture was, somebody came, I think it was the state manager at the time, one Mr. Sukomi Oriyomi, yeah, he came around and talked about availability of funds from BOI. That was the first time I was hearing of BOI and their involvement in things like this. And it was interesting. You know, I had to get Sukomi to come check us out and look at what we're doing and see how, you know, we could get their support to get us better and bigger. And he gave me all the guidelines of what we needed to do, how we needed to do it. We applied for a loan. They saw the need for the loan. Here we are today. We started small, producing 20 mm pipes to about 50 mm. Okay? And then when we saw that we could grow, we took a leap, and presently we're doing 20 mm to 160 mm. You know, Bank of Industry encouraging us to move forward. And then we had to also get them involved in telling them that, look, we need to get, because our capacity has increased, we need to get a bigger generator, we need to get our own gas tanks. And they said, look, it's possible. When we started with about a staff strength of about 15 people on ground. But presently we do about 30 people, you know. So we have a staff strength of about 30 people working, you know, night and day, trying to make sure that everything goes well.
The regional manager South at the Bank of Industry, Mr. Pakwin Zirabo, also spoke about the relationship between BOI and Green Hills.
This is a company, is a young company that is into the manufacturing of different PVC pipes that you can use in household, in the construction, real estate sector, and also find use in the oil and gas. So they came to Bank of Industry because they have just increased their capacity. They used to produce some dimensions of pipe. So they bought another machines before they knew about Bank of Industry. They bought another machine to increase their capacity up to about 90 mm size of pipe. But they were not challenged in terms of their power. Power is so critical about when it comes to manufacturing. But we're so excited about their choice of power. They are already futuristic. They are looking at climate-friendly power solutions. So they have also already gotten about, I think, 250 kVA of gas-powered plant. And they are approaching Bank of Industry to increase that capacity up to about 650 kVA. So we're quite excited working with them to help them to grow their capacity. So that is essentially what we funded for the Green Hills. And since we disbursed that loan, sometimes last year, they have been maintaining their account with us. Our website, www.boi.ng. If you go to our website, you don't need to even go to our offices. You are able to apply through our website, and a project officer will be assigned to you, and they will make contact to you immediately. However, if you are able to access our locations, we are located in the 36 states of the Federation. There are just few states that are being covered by another state. So if you are able to locate our states, and you can also go get the location of our state offices on our website.
For over 6 decades, Bank of Industry has been here, driving Nigeria's industrial development through financial and business support services to micro enterprises, small and medium enterprises, and large enterprises across Nigeria. Leveraging on strategic partnerships, we provide equipment financing, working capital, and support to enterprises in key sectors of Nigeria's economy, including youth and women-led enterprises. Whatever your business needs, starting up, expansion, diversification, modernization, or rehabilitation, we'll be here, always to support you. Bank of Industry, transforming Nigeria's industrial sector.
The vision of Green Hills is to be Africa's foremost manufacturer of UPVC products and accessories for both electrical and plumbing works. The company is not resting on its laurels to ensure this is achieved. Still in Port Harcourt, the BOI Impact crew moved to Bethel Worth Limited that was incorporated in October 2009. The company owns Hotel de Damira, a 36-room 3-star hotel located in Abuloma area of Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The company was supported by the bank as part of its effort to boost the tourism and hospitality sector. Hotel de Damira is a 36 3-star hotel with modern facilities located at Abuloma Road, Abuloma, Port Harcourt, Rivers State, which is easily accessible by customers from various parts of Port Harcourt City and its environs. Abiodun Okulaja, the general manager of the hotel, at an interview with the BOI Impact crew, spoke more about the quality and services the hotel offers.
Hotel de Damira is an hotel that was conceived and established over 2-3 years ago. We have over 30 room capacity, and we have categories. All these rooms are in categories. we have deluxe, we have royal suite, we have executive suite, and penthouse. Understand? And we have all modern facility that you can think any modern hotel could have. Hotel, the Damira generally cater for all different kind of categories of people. Generally, we have the marinas because we are close to jetty. We have the marinas. We also have some of our oil workers patronizing us. If you're talking about our food, because what move hotel, like one of my director he said it's not a rocket science. If your food is good, if you are inside whole, people will come and look for you. Why most of our guests are coming here, because we deliver, we give them value for their money in terms of service, in terms of the food. And also additionally, we have gym facility, also swimming pool facilities. Most of the times, if you are staying beyond 1 or 2 days, we give them gym facility. We allow our guests to make use of our gym as a complimentary and our pool as a complimentary.
With the active support of the Bank of Industry, the hotel has been able to up its game.
When this place was established, we have a full house. The generator we had on ground, we never knew the capacity of that generator would not be able to sustain us. So I think after then we approached Bank of Industry, and a lot of questions were asked. It's necessary. You need to ask. They gave us the loan, and we actually applied the funds to what we requested it for. For now, as I'm talking to you, we have 2 sound generators. When he talks in terms of lights, we don't have issues again. We are good to go with the support of Bank of Industry. There is nothing you are giving to people here that they cannot afford in their homes. But we go extra lengths to give them quality and good service. I have like close to 50 guests that come around. They just want I just want to change the environment. Like our penthouse, some family are still in there now. They've been around for the past 1 week. They can afford to go to Dubai, but if you have a similar thing in this environment, at least you will save some money. So we've been trying our best to attract best hand to work with us. We have contract staff. We also have the normal full-time staff. Our full-time staff, we are 28. We just have only 2 contract staff, and those contract staff are people we engage to be maintaining our elevator and our plumber.
Pakri Zirabo, the regional manager South at BOI, spoke more about the relationship between BOI and Bethel Wharf.
For Bethel Wharf, as you noted, we help them to complete their hotels. They are into hospitality business. So the hotels the structure was already built by them, and Bank of Industry provided the furnishing and the finishing that is required to make that hotel a 3-star hotel. And like Green Hills, they have been up to date in their payment because Bank of Industry provides them what I call patient capital. We are giving them long-term facility at an interest rate that is very attractive. We are giving them 10%, and we are ready to give them loans up to 5 years, 6 years, so that they have enough time to be able to repay. So there is no burden on their cash flow. They pay it with ease, and we have seen most of them that when they take this loan before the 5 years, they are coming knocking our door again and say, I want to expand, because they have even made the money to repay. But we have, and we are always willing to give them additional facility. You don't need to pay our loan fully before you knock at our door. Once your cash flow is stable, you are paying your principal, you can come back again to get Bank of Industry facility.
After the interview, Okulaja took the crew on a tour of the hotel.
This place is the sitting rooms to the penthouse. And this penthouse has 3 bedrooms. It's a 3-bedroom apartment that has kitchen attached to it. If we have a guest here, we give them all the necessary equipment, kitchen equipment like the gas, the microwave, and the plate and etc. You can see the room, well arranged, and We have all facility that is inside the master bedroom, inside the second room too. We have the kitchen. This is the kitchen that is attached to this 3-bedroom apartment. This is the kitchen. We have the kitchen here. This kitchen, when we have guests, we provide them, since it's an apartment, we make provision for gas and microwave and any other thing that they requested for. As we are going to third floor now, we have 2 different kind of room in third floor. We have royal suite, executive suite, and deluxe. Yeah, come in. You are welcome to third floor. This is an executive suite now. It has only a parlor and its bedroom attached to it. Come and see the bedroom. It's a lovely apartment. We have a TV, AC in the room. The same thing we have in the sitting room too. So this is our restaurant now. These restaurants can accommodate over 25 persons at a go. Understand? And we serve different kind of meal here, both local and international. We have international and continental. Our cook are they are number 1 as far as Abluma and River State is concerned. We are planning to extend or expand beyond this, and I know Bank of Industry has a lot of role to play, because I know the major role Bank of Industry need to play for us is to support us in the area of finance, which I know anytime we call on them, they will definitely, because they have been doing that for us.
It is evident that both Green Hills and Bethel Worth are here to stay and working to become forces to reckon with in their respective sectors. One of the major developmental impacts of BOI's intervention in the real sector of Nigeria's economy is in employment generation. This was evident at the 2 customers that were featured on tonight's program, whose operations are labor-intensive as they generate thousands of direct and indirect jobs. The Bank of Industry is ever willing to collaborate with stakeholders and developmental partners to enable them operate in line with global best practices while enhancing their capacities to meet and possibly exceed the expectations of their customers, and in the process, ultimately contributing significantly to Nigeria's development. It is evident that Nigeria has all it takes to become one of the world's leading economies. For instance, Nigerian entrepreneurs are one of the most resilient and enterprising in the world. That is why an institution like the Bank of Industry is ever willing to assist entrepreneurs realize their dreams. It is on this note that we'll draw the curtains on this week's edition of BOI Impact. I am Hadiza. Oyewunmi. Do have yourself an enterprising week. Bye for now.